So the Heresy Rules have leaked for the new edition. There's a lot of discourse around what it all means and how it's going to impact the game. The Heresy Hammer Show have done a very good job at kind of summarizing everything and trying to break it down into slightly more digestible terms if you've only seen sort of short posts on various Facebook groups and things like that. I just want to take a moment to talk about, well, how does it actually impact you, and some of the takeaways that I've had from kind of just watching through and trying to get caught up on it over the course of this afternoon whilst I've been doing bits and pieces. One of the big things that's turned up is like kind of needing more Centurions to unlock things, and will certain types of Centurions unlock specific things. I think actually what you're going to see is if you need more Apothecaries, maybe that's going to force you into taking a Primus Medicae as opposed to opening up a whole new detachment, or looking at taking the Forge Lord or similar such units to be able to do those things. I quite like the changes so far, if I'm being perfectly honest. It looks like it kind of removes the min-maxing, kind of picking, oh, I need to fill this gap here, having to pay for those Centurions and things. I think you're gonna see turn into having a slightly more cohesive sort of thematic army. What I will say to anyone that is curious about it all is the leaks themselves are, from what I've seen, being copyright striked by Games Workshop at the moment. So please try and avoid posting them anywhere that you genuinely care about. And until you kind of get all of the rules in one place as a proper context, it's going to be very hard to sort of say and see how the impact things are going on. As a lot of people have already said, though, it's an excuse just to kind of get yourself ready for your new Legion, new edition, bash up some characters, work out some themes. Community have put up the core detachments and kind of what you can expect from it. So, if you're going to run an armored company, you'd be looking at the Predator detachments. How is that gonna fit in? What am I going to need to take for that? And the squadrons are gone, and Contemptor Talons and things are gone as well, which is a really interesting change. I think a change for the better. But honestly, the sky's not falling. It's big changes. It's a very different way of playing the game. I think it's a very interesting way of going about changing how the game wants to play. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more information over the coming days now as to how we can sort of start seeing Centurions and command squads, and how the line unit comes into play a little bit more effectively and stuff as well. So if you do want more information, go and check out the Heresy Hammer Show. They did a great job at kind of summing all of that up. But moreover, if you're planning your new Legion, your new army, or you're in the middle of a project, don't stick it on hold. The likelihood is, unless you're running a very, very skewed army, kind of leaning specifically one way, it's going to have a minimal impact on you. And from what we've seen, it's an excuse just to kit bash up some cool new characters. I'm going to start making a Saboteur because I need a lot of recon squads, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, have a good one.